let me change that question up a bit then. If you could live anywhere in the U.S., where would you live? I guess. I guess
Uh,
just to narrow it down even.
Uh,
well,
I mean, like, I want to say
like,
if there was like a not expensive place to live in South Florida, but that's not a thing. So I guess I can't have my cake and eat it too. Uh,
Well, I mean, don't even worry about money. Actually,
yeah,
yeah, don't just.
I'm
That's fair.
assuming this question means if you suddenly had the funds
Ooh,
just to live
actually,
there
I would like to
comfortably.
live. I think I'd like. I really liked New York. I've been there a couple times. Like, or outside the city, just like close by, so I could go to the city. I've got a couple
Yeah.
friends who live there who I really miss talking to. Well, not talking to, but like hanging out with. I mean, not that I could do that now necessarily, but in general. And
Yeah.
just the musician culture is way more prevalent in New York, and I really like that.
Yeah. I just remembered something that I'll probably have to tell you after this recording is
Okay.
over.
I
But
actually
I
went. Uh, no, go ahead. Actually,
no, I wasn't going to say anything. I
okay.
have nothing.
The first time I went to New York, I was just looking for like local music in the area, and there's a YouTube channel and band. Maybe you've heard of them called J Music Ensemble.
No, I don't.
They just do a lot of like video game jazz styled covers. They're really great. Anyone who hasn't checked them out who likes jazz or video game music, definitely check them out. They did all of like the Persona songs that are good because everyone likes those songs, obviously. But it just so happened that the day, like the week we went, coincided with the one day each month that they have a concert, like in just
Oh,
this
dude, nice.
local place. And I went and saw them, and it was fucking awesome.
Oh, dude.
I went and saw the
That's
Sonic the Hedgehog uh, like medley that they did. It's just a ton of Sonic the Hedgehog arrangements, and it was great. And they played Wii Shop Channel in their downtime, so that was cool.
Um, haven't been much places here in the good old U.S. So, actually, I think I'd stay here, except maybe move a bit up north of here. I guess. Well, yeah, no, I'll just say the city. I kind of want to move to Boulder.
Oh,
Because I've already
nice.
said I live in Colorado here, yeah?
Oh no, well you just did now, so. I
Well,
know
fuck.
you lived in Colorado. Where you live now is a mystery.
Well, I mean,
You can't break the illusion of the couch.
yeah. Except we've quite a few times said
Oh yeah, I
that.
know. I'm just
Yeah, I mean,
don't narc viewers. Be cool. Anyone asks,
but,
we have a
I don't know.
content house.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But yeah, I've been to Boulder like a few times. I even like considered studying up there, and it's just a beautiful place to live. It really is.
My friend got married there because the state she lived in didn't allow same-sex marriage at the time. So that's the city she went to get married. So I have pretty high perception of that city.
Yeah, no, it's amazing to live there, but holy fuck, is it expensive as all
Yeah.
hell. Like where I live now, it's a lot cheaper, but like Jesus Christ, it costs a lot there, and I don't blame them. It's really nice there, honestly. But yeah,
hmm
what about you, Quill?
That's actually a really hard question. Like, it, I really want to say definitely outside of Oklahoma.
That's understandable.
Fair.
Like any of the O states, you know, Oklahoma, Ohio. I'm sorry, you got dealt a shit hand in that poker analogy earlier.
What about
Yeah.
Oregon?
What about what?
Oregon, that's
Uh,
another.
I don't. I don't have enough.
College of Oregon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really know about Oregon. I'm sure if you like
Oh
not
well,
national.
that's where Portland is right now. So.
If you like
Oh yeah, yeah.
if
no.
you like national parks, Oregon's probably pretty fucking dope. Like if you just
Oh,
like
yeah.
nature and stuff, I'm sure it's great.
Yeah. I mean that. I mean I'm currently living in a state that's kind of known for that too, but I mean the way well actually no.
I feel like there's
I
a
guess
lot of
Oregon
states that
has
are
like way
known.
more. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
Florida,
Florida,
we
yeah.
have like, I believe we're the most biodiverse. I mean, of course, this would be our local government saying it, but I believe we are the most biodiverse state in the U.S. because of mainly the Everglades, which is just an incredibly unique, like, terrain, biome, whatever you want to call it. It's really not anything similar found anywhere else in the world.
Yeah, that's kind of. I'm looking at pictures of that now. And that is actually.
I
Pretty cool.
love going to the Everglades. The few times I've been quite a bit, but I don't remember most of them because I was really little. But like the times I went as an adult, a few, I really liked it.
Yeah, that looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, I might also have to probably say, like, either New York, Seattle, or Maine.
Oh yeah, we'll get the content house in New York. Hell yeah.
I don't know. I've heard some bad stories about New York. I'm not sure.
That's why I was like, I fucking hate driving. I'm just gonna say that. Really
Oh,
not a fan of driving. And like, you don't really have to drive in New York. That is,
Here's the thing. I absolutely love driving.
I mean, as do I, but I also don't want to drive everywhere.
and New York's public transportation system, their train system, and just the ability to walk places is incredibly nice.
Yeah. Like, it would be so nice just to be able to walk down the street to.
It is
go get
like
food
still
rather
an
than-
expense. Like it's probably about the same as having a car, honestly. It's not like I'm saving any money. It's just more of a convenience thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to be able to just walk outside, go down, like, not that far, and then be able to get just some groceries from, like, your local Walmart or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been to places that are just, like, jam-packed with buildings. I never have been.
Same.
So I don't know how
New
I'd
York, unless you count, I mean, I've been to Miami, and some parts of Miami are kind of like that. But New York's really probably, I mean, it's hard to say the biggest place I've been since it is like one of the biggest cities in the U.S. I think it's,
actually, maybe Chicago. I've been to Chicago.
but yeah, New York's really the only place I can think of that I would, like, Miami is a big city, but it's also big in landmass. Whereas New York is an island that is incredibly densely populated.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think, yeah, I'd probably not want to move to New York. Because
That's why I
just-
said just like a small place in like New Jersey outside of the city, so I could
Oh, yeah.
just like take a train or whatever into New York whenever I want to go there. But still just be like on the beach, because I really like the water since I grew up near it. It's genuinely weird to be in a landlocked place. I don't, like, that's something I don't think I can explain to someone who has lived in a landlocked place their entire life. But it is strange to walk outside, look around, and be like, where's the ocean? I don't get it.
No, I kind of understand that because whenever
Yeah.
I walk outside, I see like the mountains and shit.
Oh, yeah.
So like, whenever I travel, it's kind of weird not to see that. I guess. Slightly.
Forests everywhere.
Yeah. I don't know. But
It's either forest or prairie. No in between in Oklahoma.
personally, my main
There's a
view
single
with
mountain.
New York would
And
probably
it's not
be
even like an actual mountain.
You done?
Yeah. Sorry.
Fuck.
My main thing about that I probably hate about New York is just I do not do well with like a bunch of people around me. Like I like it when it's just like maybe like 5 people in a room at a time. Like I cannot.
Oh yeah.
fucking-
I'm honestly not that, like, yeah, I get that. I'm kind of the same way, but I would be willing to set that comfort aside for just, like, being in a place that is both way more employable for a musician and, like,
Oh yeah.
just way more musician culture in the area.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm honestly pretty... I don't know. It's hard to say whether or not I'm an introvert or an extrovert, because every time I've taken one of those tests, it's been like 49-51, like, in terms of the balance between I and E. But I think I, at most times, like, tip towards introvert, and being around a lot of people, sometimes just, it's a bit too much. I'll be real.
Yeah. I mean, I am an introvert. I honestly can't be around people I don't live with for an extreme amount of time. Like, it's difficult. If I'm not used to the people, it's really hard.
Are we on... shit, what? Are we on 2 betrayals? Oh yeah, we're almost there.
Yeah.
Fuck yes. Oh. This is gonna be the least edited episode. 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Of this series.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Tagged in elite and took him down with me.
Do you have a rocket launcher? Or we just...
I had one. It got blown up with me whenever I got hit by a wraith shot.
Gotcha.
As mentioned, either on or off recording, these wraith pilots are snipers.
They're fucking... like, I don't know, whatever... They took calculus. But they took Covenant calculus, you know? Like...
Trigonometry.
Yeah,
They know how to arc their shots.
but they took alien trig. They're really fucking good. They have predicted where I was going to go to dodge them and fired accordingly, and then fired another shot to block my exit. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's impressive. But yeah, I think I'm gonna probably head out here.
Alright.
You guys got the rest of this episode.
Yep, we're almost done.
This is a bit awkward, just leaving not before the end of the episode, but...
You're good. Who knows when I'm gonna cut it off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good
We've
point.
just been recording most of these as one episode. I'm like, yeah, I'll fucking chop it up and post, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
Neat.
Just add our intro in between.
Well,
Shit, we don't have an intro.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Are we following the arrows or going against them at this point? I do not remember.
Going against them.
Okay. Is this a bridge? Are you... Quill, are you sure? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're at this part now.
Ah, yes, and then there's the hunters on the bridge, and all that kind of stuff. That was a bold shot.
You time ready to ram that back in?
Oh, yeah.
Let me get out so I can open it.
Alright, hold up, let me get a running start. Here we go. This one's for the viewers. I don't think it works on this one. Bitdefender needs an update. Shut the fuck up, Bitdefender. I think it's the next... Oh,
No,
okay.
it's this one. Yeah, because I remember dying here before as well.
I just gotta, like... Oh, I see what I need to do. I don't know how to maneuver it in such a way, but, like, if I go belly up, like my inner dolphin, I can, like, kind of move it along the side here.
Yeah.
Oh, that flips it.
Actually had some actual conversations for once, instead of just us being silent and
dying.
Yeah, for 3 hours.
Am I making progress? I cannot tell from this angle.
You are not. You are, in fact, heading the wrong direction.
I was trying to back up into it. Alright. That's enough of that. Hey, this is where we talked about Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Just add that in post if you just don't want to say anything this time around.
Holy shit, that was actually feasible with the assault rifle. Oh, I'm out of ammo for the assault rifle.
I still be sneezing though, that's consistent.
That's consistent between timelines.
Literally wasn't sneezing like most of the time that Drizzle was here though. Crazy. Do you have work tomorrow, Thursday?
Thursday, yes.
Okay.
So it's later day.
Alright. I'm just curious. I'm just thinking about if I want to call it a night after this or if we want to finish up the Maw.
I mean, I'm good to continue.
I'm getting tired is all.
Understandable.
And if you are able to record tomorrow, I'd just prefer to do it tomorrow. Like, in the morning or whatever. Or, not in the morning, but...
I'll be available post, like, 11.
Okay.
Well, I guess that's 12 your time.
Should be up by then. Maybe not. I get up at 1 PM a lot of days, for being honest. Although, if I go to sleep now, or like after this, probably not. That's because most of the time I just sleep like at 5 AM, 4 AM, like 3 to 5 is my typical bedtime on most days.
Yeah. I've been consistent recently.
I mean, I've been consistent about that too. It's just...
It's probably just been like 1 to 2 recently, rather than my norm, well, what it used to be. And I guess some of that changes depending on what I'm doing at the time as well.
I like already slept like that, and then I didn't have to go to work anymore, and I was like, yeah, now I got no reason to not sleep like that. I'm on my own time until my place reopens or closes down. Who knows which will happen first.
I mean, I don't have to go into work till generally either 5 or 7 my time, so it doesn't really matter how late I stay up and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. Movie theater first show times are like a noon, so I can usually get away. Like if I'm feeling like pushing it, I could do 5 if I work to the next day. Sometimes I go in at 1 anyways. I usually don't try and go to bed at 5 on a day I work though, because it's just like that's barely enough sleep for me to function.
Granted, my job will not only keep me awake, but is just extremely simple to do that actually requires no brain power to do right now.
My job will, I mean, it depends if it's slow or not. If it's really slow, then I'll get tired, that's for sure. But otherwise, I'm usually, even if I am tired, pretty good about not letting it affect me.
Yeah. I mean, again, for me, it's just because I'm washing dishes, I get wet, I can't sleep well. Soaked. Oh, shit, I need to do laundry.
I've straight up taken a nap at work before. It just, sometimes things align and you're able to.
Yeah. I wish that was possible for me, but...
Movie theaters are, by and large, pretty lax. If they're not, like, incredibly short-staffed, at least, which they often are. But even then, if it's slow, it really doesn't matter. If you're short-staffed, you can get away with that. I mean, not get away with it. I'm sure Mr. CEO would not be happy about that, but the people who work there are like, oh yeah, we get it. It happens. Sometimes you just can't sleep, like, you know?
Yeah, if I was still in school, then yeah, I'd worry about my sleep schedule a little bit, especially since...
Oh, speaking of not giving a fuck about school, I know I've talked about that before. I used to play, like, so I've been playing D&D for, like, a long time. Like, at least relative to other people my age. I've been playing since, like, 2007. Is when I first touched D&D. Because my friend was like, oh, it's like Oblivion, but pen and paper. And I was like, oh, that sounds dope, let's do it. That was basically his sales pitch to me. But that's, there's a lot of stories for that for another time. But, fuck, now where was I going with this? The tiredness is kicking in. I had a point. Oh, right. I used to play with my coworkers. We would play at the movie theater, D&D, just like in the lobby. And we would, like, after close. And we would do it on school nights sometimes, because a lot of us were, like, in college or whatnot. We're not in college, so we didn't really have a schedule. But me and another person were still in high school at the time. I was in my senior year. He was, I think, a grade or 2 below me. I don't remember. I don't even remember how long ago I was in high school, letting alone how long ago someone else was, to be honest. I mean, I do remember it, just I need to actually think about it, you know? But yeah, I would go and play D&D till like 5 or 6 in the morning when I had school at like 7:30. So that was fun. And then it was my senior year, so I didn't have a first period. My second period was a lab that I finished up like first quarter of the year. So I would just sleep for my first 2 periods, and then my third period too, because I did the math, and if I had failed it, it would only lower my GPA by like 0.02. I was like, oh yeah, I don't give a fuck about this class. So I would just sleep for the first 3 periods of the day, and then sleep when I get home. And then I would play D&D all night. That was fun times.
Yeah,
pretty terrible for some of my physical health, but fun times.